Hey friends, welcome back to Creator Best Life for a brand new video. I'm Kimani and today we have another write with me. So I think I teased this story a little bit in the last vlog as well as in my stories a little bit, but I wanted to talk to you about this new project that I'm working on that I'm super excited about. And I don't know what it is about me and like dark thriller mystery types of stories. I've always loved it, probably from childhood because of my mom making us watch, well, not making us, but like introducing us to stuff like The Twilight Zone, The Fly, The Bad Seed, creepy stuff that children probably shouldn't be watching, but hey, I turned out okay. Ish. So anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys a bit about what's going on with that story and what I am excited about for it. So I have my remarkable tablet here, which I always use. And I wanted to talk to you about the log line, what my general thoughts are, how I want the story to go, things like that. Just introduce you guys to the world. And I'm just super excited about this project and I hope that it's fun to talk about with you guys. So I'm just going to jump right in with the log line. So basically, this is the working log line. I'm not, I haven't like fine-tuned it. This is just like first pass of it. And so it is: an overzealous college student interested in documentary filmmaking finds herself at the center of a series of murders in her hometown and must solve the mystery before everyone is killed. Killing movies. Apparently, I just have a dark, twisted mind at this point. But overall, I have this character. Her name is Wisdom. And let me talk a little bit about her because I did like full-on character breakdowns last week. And we just got back from Chicago celebrating my birthday, which is this coming Thursday, which is probably the day this video is going to come out. My main character's name is Wisdom Blackstone. And she's a 20-year-old film student. She's trying to get ahead of her capstone project. She's very like type A style. And she hates the unknown and being out of control, personality traits like that. And she's also a recovering addict. A little bit about her home life. She lives in a single parent household. Her dad is still around and he's also an addict and he's struggling with his addictions, and he lost her college fund in the recession during COVID lockdowns when cryptocurrency crashed. She's struggling with that. So the good thing is that she can like transfer to another school. So she finds out that like she has no money for the following year. So she secretly resents her dad for that. And though she also has like some really close friends. She has two close friends that she deeply cares for. That's who she is to her core. She cares for people deeply, but she just doesn't show it well without being controlling, or she either does that or she completely withholds her love because she's afraid of being hurt. And I think that she is the type of character that would be the strong friend that people don't necessarily check up on. They think, oh, she's doing fine. Like, I don't have to worry about this kid because she's always fine. Moving on to one of her best friends. Leland is the son of a mechanic who now sells cars. He loves it and he's secretly glad that he couldn't afford to go to college because this is what he would prefer to do. It's always important to pursue your dreams, and that's kind of who he is to his core. And funny enough, he and Wisdom used to date, but they broke up amicably because they had different life trajectories and they just thought that they'd be better as friends. Thought that would be cool to include instead of make it like her character has a love interest. Because I feel like when you have female main characters, they always have love interests instead of just having the plot at hand. And I don't think that's necessary all the time. And I think that's pretty cool to just have like something creepy or something fun going on, or like, you know, she's murdering people or whatever. She's not murdering people, but you guys get the gist of what I'm saying. So one thing that Leland struggles with is the world thinking that he is an underachiever and that he'll never reach financial success. And he faces this idea too when his dad gets injured at work and he and his mom have to make arrangements to keep up with the business and bills and taking care of him and his younger brother. And our next character is Yara. Yara comes from money. She's been really sheltered over the years, and she had become naive from being sheltered, and she's also had like different scary situations in her life, and she is a former victim of assault. Unless you're, I don't know the correct terminology, I'll have to research that better, if you should say you're always a victim or if you're a former victim. So don't hold me to that. I'm trying to be as PC as possible. But Yara is super smart. Her mom is a nurse practitioner. Her dad is a surgeon. They secretly joke that her mom's job is more important than her dad's job. And I think that's kind of funny, like within the medical industry as well, because people say that about nurse practitioners, that they do more than the doctors do. Yara now has this newfound fearlessness to her, and that could be her downfall due to her history. And she's never given many details about her assault. But she is actually stronger than everyone thinks, and everyone has this extra sympathy for her due to that. And that's to her dismay, but not enough for Wisdom. So people have more sympathy, I think understandably, just because they know, and just how society is. Like, people like to do like Olympics over whose life is harder, whose situation is worse, that kind of thing. And I think that it would be fun for them to have this underlying issue that's not necessarily competition, but just that Wisdom sees the way that Yara is perceived, and it's not that she's jealous, but she also wishes that people would come to her rescue sometimes, instead of her being the one that's always doing it for herself and everyone else. And then I think that that would be great for the story, just because this is kind of a dark story, and it's like ghosts involved and stuff like that. I think for tone, so y'all know I love dark, spooky stuff. So I'm thinking it's giving Supernatural season 1, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor. And the themes are like dark, eerie, thriller, mystery, history type of stories. And I broke it down. I have ABC storylines. I don't have the C storylines, so I'm gonna wait to share those. But so far, so good. It's been a lot of fun. So I wrote some stuff down for my characters just so that I can fully grasp what is going on, what their backstories are, how I need to set up this story. Part of the story is that Wisdom, she is investigating like the history of their town. And so I think I want to tie in her dad's addiction to like former trauma due to the history of the town. I don't know how her dad's been involved, but I'm like piecing things together for him. So I'm like, did her dad know about the history of the town? Because, you know, some people just live places and they don't research the history of the town. Like, how long has he been there? Is it like family history? Have they been there for generations or what have you? And so my next question is, why didn't they move? What led to his addiction? How are these murders happening? How does Dom stop the murders? Are her friends the only ones who help her? Does her dad help her? And maybe it's indirectly, maybe it's something that he says to her or does or said in the past that helps her to solve said mystery. And then the last question kind of gives the story and the twist away, so I'm not going to say that on camera. But I'm very optimistic about how this is going to turn out. It's been fun to write so far, and it's a specific element about history that I wanted to add to this story that helps it come to life, and I will share more about that later. But one thing that I wanted to share with you guys is an account that I found online, and I think someone else also shared it with me on TikTok, because I'm a part of like writing, filmmaking, and book talk on TikTok. And so I found this account who is E.A. Devereaux. I'll share the link in the description if you guys are writing books or TV shows, movies, anything. And like I'm assuming it's a woman. This person has a Pinterest board with lots of materials that you could use for helping your writing, but she also has a website where she has just a long list of materials and PDFs that you can download for free. Now, I wanted to share this document with y'all. I guess let me share the blank one so you can actually see it where it's not like super scribbled on. But basically, this is the document. The document is called Solving a Mystery, and I'll share that in the description box along with the link to the direct website. But this is super helpful in helping you answer questions on your story, because telling a linear story is the first step. But with mysteries and thrillers, you have to drop clues and little bits and pieces that can help the audience members try to solve the mystery on their own, because that's the whole point. You want to solve it on your own. So I think it's super helpful. It's been super helpful for me. And what's great is it asks you what the mystery is, who the characters involved in creating the mystery are, who the characters involved in discovering the mystery are, which is usually your main character. I mean, sometimes, I guess. You could always flip it where your character is the one creating the mystery, and I think that could be really fun too. I think I'll explore that a little bit, maybe for Halloween. Fingers crossed. They ask, like, how is it discovered? Is it accidental or is it on purpose? And who discovers it? And it gives you, like, you should have 3 clues. I think that's the rule of thumb for mysteries, which I'm trying to get better at writing. And then you have to disguise the clue. And then you can also throw in some red herrings in there. So I think that this is super helpful for anyone who's interested in learning how to write mysteries and thrillers better, which I am, and I highly encourage you to watch different movies. And I'll also share a bit of my favorite mysteries below in the description box and my most recent watch list, because a lot of those have mysteries and thrillers in them that are super helpful, just not only for entertainment, but also because we want to be better writers and storytellers here. So I highly encourage you to try those out. But that's basically like my ideas for the story, and I cannot wait to fully develop this more, because I think I want to include a grandparent or a great grandparent, or maybe like a town scholar character, or like an older person that's really into history to help me bring this story to life. And that way, like, that's someone that Wisdom can like go back and forth to help her find more information. Haven't decided yet, but I think that's going to be a lot of fun as well. So yeah, that's basically my 2 cents on my newest work in progress, and I can't wait to get started on the actual writing process. So I'm going to go do a beat sheet, flesh out my synopsis, and then start working on my act breakdowns, because this is going to be good. And oh, I forgot to tell you guys that this is a mini series. It's not going to be a movie. It's definitely going to feel like some of those episodes of Supernatural, or like the Flaniverse, the Flaniverse TV shows like Hill House by Manor. That's the kind of vibe that I'm going for. So definitely mini series. It's going to be short and sweet, but be able to tell the story in full and give you that nice character development that we really crave when we're watching TV shows. So I can't wait to write all of those out. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to film those myself currently at my current capacity, mainly because they're not even written out yet. I haven't even fleshed out the story yet. But what I can say is that maybe one day soon I can. So anyways, to wrap up this video, I'm gonna finish working on this project and keep you guys updated on how it goes. And I'm also excited to start working on the Write With Me for the Muses again. I want to go ahead and get started on writing the full script out, because we have our beats and everything done. Or no, I have to finish up the beats. We have our outline done. I have to finish up the beats. So that's the next order of business, filling out the beats and writing the script. I have a couple of other works in progress that I'll continue to share with you guys moving forward as I work on them. And I know that because August 1st is tomorrow, today is the 31st, that I'll be able to keep working on these projects throughout the month, just because I know I'll be home all month, and I know that that's going to be a good time. So you already know what I'm going to invite you to do. If you like videos like this, please like it. please hit the share button and share with a friend who would enjoy it. Hit the notification bell so that you are always alerted when I post a new video. And as always, if you're new, please subscribe because I would love to have you, and it lets me know that I'm doing a good job. So I hope you guys have a beautiful August. I hope you continue to write and pursue all of the other dreams and endeavors that you have. Have a good time. Enjoy the rest of summer, and I will talk to you guys in a brand new video real soon. Bye. Stop it. What do you want to see?